For you, and for most Americans, protecting women's health is a mission that stands above politics. And yet, over the past year, you've had to stand up to politicians who want to deny millions of women the care they rely on and inject themselves into decisions that are best made between a woman and her doctor. Let's be clear here. Women are not an interest group.
One of the first things I did after taking office was to create a White House Council on Women and Girls to make sure that every agency in the federal government considers the needs of women and girls in every decision they make.
They're mothers and daughters and sisters and wives. They're half of this country, and they're perfectly capable of making their own choices about their health. So we're grateful that through it all, you never forgot who you're fighting for. The woman with a new lease on life because a mammogram caught her cancer in time.
What's going to happen as a result of this, if this bill would ever becomes law, millions of women in this country are going to lose their health care access, not to abortion services, to basic family planning, mammograms.
Thanks for calling Planned Parenthood, Georgetown. This is Samantha. How can I help you?
Hi, Samantha. I have a quick question. I was hoping that I could come into Planned Parenthood for a mammogram. Do you guys provide mammograms?
We do not provide mammograms. Let me give you a number to one family health centers because they're going to be able to advise you a little better than I am because we don't deal with the health side of it so much. We're mostly a surgical facility. Thanks for calling my Planned Parenthood. How can I help you?
Hi, I just talked to Samantha, I think at your Georgetown clinic, and she said to talk to you guys about services with mammograms, that you guys provide mammograms.
We don't here.
Is there any way that I can come in for a breast exam and a mammogram?
Okay, well, unfortunately, we do not offer, the mammogram. Thank you for calling Planned Parenthood. How can I help you?
Does Planned Parenthood provide mammograms of some sort?
We do not.
And I'm hoping I can come in, to get a mammogram. Does Planned Parenthood provide those?
We don't.
We don't do mammograms here, though.
We don't offer mammograms?
No.
Do you provide mammograms?
No, I'm sorry, we don't.
No, ma'am, we sure don't. You can try Christ Community Service.
Does Planned Parenthood provide mammograms?
We don't provide those services. I can give you a referral who does.
Okay, like another clinic, because I'm in Tucson, but I'm willing to travel to another clinic.
Well, it would be at a different agency altogether because we don't provide those services whatsoever.
What's going to happen as a result of this, if this bill would ever becomes law, millions of women in this country are going to lose their health care access, not to abortion services, to basic family planning, mammograms.
The woman who can sleep easier at night because of a cervical cancer screening. The woman who is able to choose when to start a family because she could afford contraception.
The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in California has reinstated a fraud case against Planned Parenthood. A former employee is accusing the abortion clinic of overcharging the government for reimbursement of birth control drug costs. And joining us now from our Washington, D.C. bureau to talk about this case is Rita Diller. She is the National Director of American Life League's Stop Planned Parenthood project. Rita, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure.
Now, this case that's being reinstated claims that Planned Parenthood overbilled the government tens of millions of dollars. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, the facts in this case are very disturbing. In fact, it does show that Planned Parenthood intentionally overbilled the government tens of billions of dollars for birth control products. Planned Parenthood was allowed to bill the government only at its cost of acquisition. However, it continually, knowingly charged the government highly inflated prices for these birth control products. We found in our research at American Life League that Planned Parenthood routinely charges at least 4 times what it pays for birth control products. So this is the normal course of business for Planned Parenthood to charge such a markup.
So when some professional politicians casually say that they'll get rid of Planned Parenthood, don't forget what they're really talking about. Eliminating the funding for preventive care that millions of women rely on and leaving them to fend for themselves. That's why last year, when Republicans in Congress threatened to shut down the government unless we stopped funding Planned Parenthood, I had a simple answer: no. But we know this debate is far from over. We must continue to send a message loud and clear. If you truly value families, you shouldn't play politics with a woman's health. That's why I know that Planned Parenthood will continue providing care no matter what. I know you'll never stop fighting to protect the health care and the choices that America's women deserve. And as long as I have the privilege of being your president, neither will I. Thanks.